Hey guys, how's it going? For you today, I have a Burning Abyss Phantom Knight deck profile for you. It's a pretty strong deck right now. It's definitely at the top of tier 2, probably beating out things like ABC and Dinosaurs. Now, this probably isn't my final build for this format. I'll probably give another deck profile after the regional I'm going to on December 2nd. But this is kind of what I have so far. So if you want kind of a skeleton to play around with, just a starting point if you have a regional within the next couple weeks, or you want to take it to locals, etc., here it is. Now, getting into it, starting with the monsters, we have 2 Orbital Hydrolander. It is a very strong main deck monster card that's really good to drop, turn 2, turn 3. Once you kind of get set up, it's a good follow-up play. If you resolve its effect once, you're ahead. If you resolve it twice, you've basically won pretty much. So it's a very, very, very strong card. It's been in several topping deck profiles recently, and I definitely agree with the tech choice. For a BA count, we have 3 Skarm, 2 Farfa, 2 Libic, 2 Barbar, 1 Alec, 1 Seer, 1 Graf, 1 Calcab, and 1 Rubik. Part of the reason for the BA count, Skarm is still at 3, but we don't have any more than 2 of any other BA because of Orbital Hydrolander. We want to resolve its effects as many times as possible, and obviously summoning it in the first place. We have 1 Tour Guide, 2 Fiendish Random Warrior again, 2 instead of 3 for the same reason. We have 3 Silent Boots, 2 Ancient Cloak, and 1 Ragged Gloves. This is a pretty standard Phantom Knight engine. It's a great ratio, wouldn't change it. And of course, 1 Fairy Tale Snow. It's a really good tech card. It's kind of like a trap in of itself, and it can also get rid of multiple names in your graveyard that would prevent you from summoning Hydrolander or using its effect. For hand traps, we're going with 6, 3 Ash, 2 Ogre, 1 Max C. A lot of people are dropping hand traps back down to 6 as opposed to like 9 or 12 during Spiral's Tier 0 format for a couple weeks there. I think it's probably the right number. I've really, really liked it. For our Spell and Trap Destruction, we have 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I've been going between this and Twin Twisters for quite a while. For right now, I'm playing Cosmic Cyclone, but by the time I go to regionals, I might switch back. So we'll see. We have 2 Pot of Desires. Very strong card if you open it, or even if you get it mid-game. You only run 2 because usually you don't want to resolve it more than once a game because you're milling a lot, but also it really sucks to open 2 of them. So we're keeping it at 2. 1 Foolish, it's foolish. 1 Raigeki, it's a good going second board wipe. I think one of the things this deck really needs is more cards to go second. Not necessarily hand traps, but field wipes, kaijus. I have kaijus in the side. I think for the main, just the Raigeki with the hand traps is enough, but I am considering running a Dark Hole or something like that. We have 3 Fogblade to go with our Phantom Knights. It's really strong having a searchable Fiendish Chain, essentially. I find that it comes really handy a lot. There's a lot of really good effects to negate this format. And to finish, we are main decking our anti-spell fragrances. I think, going first, you have so many matchups where if you just flip anti-spell fragrance, you just basically win. Obviously, Pendulum Magicians, Spirals have trouble playing through it, Invoked can have trouble playing through it, etc. So I almost feel like it's too good not to main. Obviously, this is a little controversial. Some people like to keep it in the side. Some people have been maining it. I am currently maining it. In the extract, we have 1 Beatrice, of course, 3 Dante, 2 Phantom Knights Breaksword, and then only Grampulse and Nightmare Shark for other rank 3s. Extra deck space is kind of tight because I'm running stuff for Ogre in the extra deck. I kind of want to cut something for more generic rank 3s, like Engineer, but we'll see. Pilgrim, Borreload, Decode Talker, Proxy Dragon. These are just kind of the good links in this deck. Borreload is really easy to make and really strong. For our Ghost Reaper targets, we have Double Helix, Totally Awesome, and Dragon Buster. I think the card I might cut is Totally Awesome for another generic rank 3. The reason it's in there in the first place is that I realized that Paleo is not always a great matchup for this deck, and so I kind of wanted to have Totally Awesome as a target, but I don't know if that's really worth it. In our side deck, we have our Kaiju package, Ghost Reaper for all kinds of matchups. Well, really 3 matchups, but probably 2. So I guess not all kinds of matchups, but you'll be seeing Spiral a lot in regionals, so it's good in a lot of your matchups. In a lot of your matches, excuse me. We have 3 Vanity's Fiend. It's a blowout going first most of the time, so we're running it. 2 Dimensional Barrier for Pendulums mostly, but there's maybe another deck where it'll pop up, maybe running it against Invoked if I feel like it. I've been testing it against Invoked, and so far I don't love it, but we'll see. And then 3 Scolding. This is for evenly matched. I think this works out really well. A lot of BA players are running it. A lot of non-BA players are running it also, but that's kind of where the trend started, and I found it to be really good. I would definitely recommend playing it in your side. And that is it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, take this, change it to your own personal preference, and take it to locals, regionals, whatever. I very strongly encourage you to do so. BA is a lot of fun, and it's pretty good right now. Like I said, I'll do another deck profile after my regional here in another couple weeks, and we'll talk about the changes I made to this deck then. And that is all I have. So I will see you guys in my next video.